Qatar Expo 2023 agricultural show. And basically what it means is every country has to collect a spot somewhere. They do bring what they have to bring to showcase to the world in terms of agriculture and extras. And as you can see, this is Kenyan spot, and this is all we can offer. This is what a Ministry of Agriculture and Ministry of Foreign Affairs basically trickling down to the ambassador of Kenya in Qatar. This is all they can offer. This is the best they can give their country. This is the best we can give to the world, as you can see. I'm just mad. I'm really mad because we have these people seated in those seats doing a lot of nothing, as you can see, because this is nothing. And we have a Kenyan flag outside. Basically, nobody cares. Because at the end of it all, 6 months are over. Nobody cares. Everything is back to normal. And maybe this project was allocated a lot of money. It goes to their pocket. Nobody will ask a question. Yani hii kitu imetu affect so much kutoka nyumbani mpaka tumeipeleka overseas, and we don't care. This kind of expo is very good for our country. For one, we sell ourselves to the outside world. The Arabs are very good at having parties and marching in any country of their liking because they have money, right? Do you know what that means? That means tourism is up. That means that these people are gonna come to Kenya, and that's a business. Is it true? That means our brothers and sisters watapata kazi. Is it true? But we don't use this platform and we just leave it like this. Basically, nobody cares. Like seriously, nobody literally cares. Ask the CS of Agriculture, Mr. Linturi, and you ask the ambassador of Kenya in Qatar, Mr. Boniface. Nobody cares. Because at the end of it all, they only shapata space. Wao wenyewe wako kwa kazi. So do they care the implication they want? They don't care. And even after this footage is out, you utasikia a lot of nonsense here and there. Oh, tulikuwa tunajaribu kujipanga tuanzishe. You will hear all kind of stuff. Yani my question is, what did motherland Kenya do to us so badly in such a way that we are tarnishing its name home and abroad? Man, what did we do? We understand you people cannot stand your horses in Kenya. We understand you people cannot be. Amwezi kuwa katika ile serikali na mkakuwa kabisa you bring changes. We know that it has happened. We have seen back home. But does it necessarily mean it has also to be within overseas? Ni ukweli, it has to be done overseas. For real. This is all we got. This is all we can showcase to the world. This is everything we got. And we don't even care what it implicates to us. I just landed here in this beautiful space that we have been given by Qatar to represent ourselves to the world. It's being used like a masjid. Yani inatumika kama msikiti. Kwa sababu nothing is going on here. So they have to at least use the space for something. So it's being used as a mosque. And at the same time, kwa sababu tunachoo pale, it's being used as a washroom. And as we speak, we still have an embassy that is being represented by an ambassador. And this thing is empty. We still have a CS of Agriculture. And this thing is empty. So I'm asking myself this question, and please answer me. Because if the CS of Agriculture and the ambassador of Kenya in Qatar cannot fill basically this thing up, they cannot fill this thing up. We cannot showcase anything to the world. We can do nothing, practically nothing to showcase to the world. Can they feed 50+ million people? Can they? Can the Ministry of Foreign Affairs even serve its people outside the borders? Because basically this is the results. This is the results of 2 ministries sat down, wakafanya kila kitu, wakaketi chini, wakadiscuss, wakaketi chini, and this is the outcome. Basically, this is the outcome of 2 ministries. And every month, each and every day, we have to collect taxes so that we pay government officials. And this is all we got. Really, I'm not happy. I'm just pissed off. I don't even have a way to show to you that I'm pissed off, but I'm really pissed off. And why am I pissed off? Because I'm a Kenyan. Because unaonaje? Ebu niambie unaonaje? Niambie na macho yako, what do you see? I've just had an opportunity of walking around, and I will tell you, our sisters, Ugandan sisters, are doing excellent. Our sisters from Tanzania, excellent. Everything in East Africa is being inashikwa vizuri na Uganda na Tanzania. They are really doing a brilliant job. But the pride of Africa, this is the pride of Africa. You can see the pride of Africa behind me. See, in the shelves, you see the pride of Africa. We're not even ashamed of ourselves. Really, we're not even ashamed of ourselves. Itabidi tufike a point whereby we have to become serious as Kenyans, because these representatives of government, they've just become a nuisance. They've just become something else. And it's really painful to understand that my motherland, where I was born and bred, the only soil that can accept me, the only soil that can open arms for me, is being treated like this by people who say that they are sons and daughters of the land. It's very painful. Painful indeed. I don't know how to explain it. The kind of anger that is inside me now, I cannot even explain, because it's very painful. And don't worry about me. I'll find something to do to cool the anger down. But my question is, Mother Kenya, does she deserve what you see? Does she really deserve what you see? Is this what we want to let the world know about us? Hii ndio kile ambacho sisi wenyewe tunataka the world to know about us. This is what you want us to know about, the world to know about us. Are we being fair to our country? For real? Are we being fair? Are we giving back to Kenya the way we are supposed to give back? Are we? Basically, are we? The CS of Agriculture, the ambassador of Kenya in Qatar, as your boss is heading to every country all over the world to try and tell them how Kenya is different and how we do our things different and how they should visit us. You're busy doing this. Basically, I'm not happy. I'm not happy at all. And one thing I can think as per now, ni eti lazima tutatengeneza this place ikuwe something magnificent. So I'm gonna leave my WhatsApp number there. Wakenya ambao mko Qatar, let's come together. We have to do something for this space. We have to showcase something. Basically, lazima tutafanya kitu, because what I see is not good. It's not good. And as you can see, our government that we really entrust for 50 million plus people, our government that we really entrust over 40 plus tribes, they cannot come up with an idea to fill this space up. They cannot. They really cannot. The many taxes we collect on a daily basis to pay these people basically cannot sit down. A full structure of 2 ministries, they cannot sit down to create. Hii space yenye unaona, they cannot fill up this space, as you can see. Because basically, hii kitu ilianza in October. And now, as we speak, tunaelekea December. Some days to December. And this is the situation. Hii place wanafunga, the whole expo is being inafungwa on March, if I'm not wrong. So we basically left with like 3.5 months. So almost 2.5 months are done. This is all we can offer for the 2.5 months. People have been using this place like a mosque and everything. Guys, let's love our country, because the reason why you are a CS, according to the Constitution, is basically because first, you are a Kenyan. The reason why you are an ambassador, for starters, according to the Constitution, is basically because you are a Kenyan. And if you cannot respect that, then I don't know what else you can respect. Because basically, according to my thinking, the only thing that this thing portrays, you might even find out there is money that was allocated for this project, but basically it went to different pockets. Yani kujisatisfy wenyewe. It has reached to an extent whereby nobody cares about Kenya. Nobody cares. For real. Is this all we got? Is this what Mother Kenya really deserves? The shame of in the territories of Kenya and the shame of being away? This is all we got? This is all Kenya deserves? Because at the end of it all, how will I tell people that I'm Kenyan if I never even showcased myself to an expo like this? And in the first place, let me ask you a question. What was the need of creating such a space if you really and frankly was to bring nothing on it? Bring down the Kenyan flag, bring down the Kenyan words or names, and give the space to somebody else, because there is no need of broadcasting something like this. It's a shame. And it's not a shame. God, it's really painful, man. I feel a lot of pain. It's not only painful for something to surpass it. It's so painful because it's my motherland being involved. And that's why I told you from start, this is personal, man. So when you see me doing all this hand gesture stuff, it's really personal. And I cannot explain the kind of pain I'm really getting. Because nobody cares. The magnitude of this thing, what is happening now, the magnitude of what we are experiencing now has been experienced for 2.5 months, and nobody literally cares. The ambassador goes to his office on a daily basis, knowing very well that we have an outlet here, and doesn't bother. For real, this is the pride of Africa. A full seers of agriculture, knowing very well that we have an outlet to showcase to the world what we have in Doha. And for some reason, I still have the news that the guy came here in Qatar to open the stuff up. He wakes up every day early in the morning into a convoy that has flags everywhere, are representatives of the government. It's really painful. And because no one I can use to show the kind of pain that I have, I choose to leave. But before I leave, Kenyans, the 50+ million Kenyans, the 40+ tribes in Kenya, we have to do something about this. And I want to leave my WhatsApp number there, because we have to, sisi wa Kenya ambao tuko Gulf, na anybody who will be willing to chip in, we have to do something about this space. This is a very excellent place kujiuza sisi wenyewe to the world. This is the best space that we can show to the world what we got. It is the best space. Just think about tourism can be affected by what we do within the walls, you see. Think about most sectors ambazo zina involve foreigners. They can really be affected by what you see around. And because me and you, I just wish to assume that me and you, we are real patriots of that land, regardless of the madness that is going on. We are the patriots of Kenya. I believe that. I want to leave my WhatsApp number here, and please contact me. Let's do this thing. Let's make this project stand on its knees with at least 3 weeks, because we can do this. The private sector can do this. I have faith in the private sector, because the government sector is a mess, as you can see. So please, tafadhali, if you have a feeling of making this place fill up, we have tukona jerseys za rugby. We have very good players of rugby. For God's sake, we are even importing football players, Olunga and the likes. If you have something that you can put in these shelves that can showcase us to the world, as well as agricultural products, let's do something. This is the only thing I can do in my own capacity. The little I am, I can offer my time and anything I got for this thing to happen. So let's just come in, let's chip in, let's do something for Mother Kenya, because at the end of it all, whether you like it or you don't, it's the only soil that will only allow you to live the way you want. It is the only soil that will allow you to live freely. So please, brothers and sisters, I'm talking to 50+ million Kenyans. I'm talking to 40+ tribes in Kenya with their ethnicity and uniqueness. Let's do something to this space. We can create something with this space, please. Thank you.
Survivor, me onigba, money chaser, faster than a bullet, flying like a rocket. Bad man we never rest, king of south and the west, faster than a car, mon fait banissa, faster than a benzo, you below level so, bad vibes on the ground. Reading my psalm, I'm so biblical. I ain't to look at them, they to nigga. They won't say your nigga. They want to turn your teacher. Before you are my nigga, oh my nigga. You go there when I no get ginger. Oh my nigga, you go there when I no get rubber. Cause my mama, me praying for me, say make I get it. Oh my baby, oh